If you thought the election was feisty and personal, Meghan Markle has been slammed by the First Lady of Nigeria for flaunting her nakedness everywhere during her recent visit to the African country. The Duchess of Sussex spent 3 days in Nigeria earlier this month, where she was accompanied by her husband, Prince Harry. Meghan made a number of outfit changes during the trip, and it seems her fashion was taken as a profound insult by the First Lady. Take a listen.
Don't accept nakedness in our culture. That is not beautiful. It's not beautiful at all. Why did Meghan come here looking for Africa? That is something we have to take home with. We know who we are, and don't lose who you are.
Well, for reaction to this growing diplomatic row, I'm delighted to welcome revered royal author and Prince Harry biographer Angela Levin. Angela, lovely to see you again. I've never thought of Meghan Markle as someone who flaunts her body. Are these remarks a little harsh?
No, I think you're absolutely right. I was furious when I saw her. I mean, she went to go to a school that was a very religious school, Muslim school. All the girls had their heads covered, and the women, the teachers, had they're supposed to cover your shoulders. They had that and some sort of hat. And she went with a backless dress, which went down her side, right? I mean, you don't do that.
But by Western standards, that's not provocative. That's not exactly Madonna, is it?
Well, I think it is very provocative, because if she'd been going representing the royal family, they wouldn't go anything. She wouldn't wear anything like that. But she should know, it's common sense that you don't try and make people angry or embarrass them or flash your body in those sort of circumstances. I thought it was absolutely appalling. You should see me. I was livid with it. And also, again, wearing string tops to it. I thought her choice of clothing...
All right, folks, Meghan Markle has done it again. She traveled to Nigeria for a 3-day tour with Prince Harry, and instead of making headlines for positive reasons, she's being dragged for her outfit choices. The First Lady of Nigeria herself called Meghan out, saying, "We don't accept nakedness in our culture." And honestly, she's not wrong. Royal expert Angela Levin was furious when she saw this, calling it undignified and completely unnecessary. And honestly, I agree. Social media is roasting Meghan for this, saying she should have known better. And let's be honest, if Kate Middleton had worn this, the media would have gone crazy. Angela Levin did not hold back. She said she was livid when she saw Meghan's outfit, especially because this wasn't just any event. Meghan was at a Muslim school, where all the teachers and students were dressed modestly. Royal experts agree. If Meghan were still an official royal, she would never have worn this.
It was absolutely terrible.
Here she's dressed quite similarly. You see those pictures just there, quite similarly to some of the people welcoming her.
Yes.
So it's, there you go, just take a look at that. I mean, she's wearing the same outfit, more or less, as that young lady who appears to be...
Yes, but that young lady isn't going as a sort of royal. That young lady could be anybody. We weren't introduced to her. We don't know. They're there trying to mock the royal family, and so they've got to show something which is dignified, and I don't think that's dignified. I think it's absolutely appalling and completely unnecessary.
And why do you think that Meghan Markle made those wardrobe choices? What might have motivated that choice of outfit?
Well, I think she didn't have aides to help her. I mean, the royals who go out, they have a lot of discussion. They have weeks of studying it and what's appropriate and what isn't. But one of the things I think is that her behaviour, looking like that, so inappropriate, will sort of slide down to affect the royal family, because they had so much that was royal. They're going from one thing to another. And I think that it wasn't just a visit. It was Harry and Meghan trying to take over from the advantage that King Charles and Prince William, can't go away. And so therefore they can, and they can take it away from the royal family, show they're modern, they're fun and everything else. And also she arrived an hour late for a meeting which she was supposed to run. And the woman there was also a very intellectual woman, and she was furious with her. She didn't like the way she came with just band here and there, and she didn't like the fact that she actually didn't talk about what was going on in the country. She wasn't caring about that. She was talking about herself and her children and what it's like being a mom. And she said they weren't interested in that. They came, perhaps if you have ideas, you can discuss commercialization here and all those things. And she's just very unpopular.
The royal family spends weeks studying cultural expectations before international trips. But Meghan, she either didn't do her homework, or she just didn't care. And let's not forget, Kate Middleton and Queen Letizia of Spain have both visited conservative countries, and they always dressed appropriately. Meghan, she somehow made it about her. Now here's the thing, this isn't just about fashion. This is about understanding and respecting different cultures. And Meghan should know that. People are even asking, was this an accident or was Meghan trying to prove a point? Because let's be honest, Meghan is all about pushing boundaries. Angela Levin thinks this was deliberate. She believes Meghan is trying to separate herself from the royal family, to show that she's modern and independent. But at what cost? Because let's be real, Meghan loves attention. And what better way to make headlines than by stirring up controversy on an international trip? So the bigger question is Meghan deliberately trying to distance herself from royal tradition? Because this isn't the first time she's ignored protocol. Remember, she refused to curtsy to the Queen, she didn't wear proper royal-approved attire to official events, and now? She's doing her own thing on international trips. Some people even think this trip was Meghan's way of stepping into a global leadership role, while the real royal family stays in the UK. But did it work? Or was it just another PR fail? Because let's be honest, instead of good press, Meghan just made herself look clueless again.
I mean, to be fair to the couple, they did receive a hero's welcome. It did feel a bit like a royal visit because of the pageantry and the red carpet rolled out, lots of fans, lots of bouquets of flowers. Many would argue that Meghan looked very elegant and very smart. However, it definitely rubbed the First Lady up the wrong way, didn't it? Yes. And what did she mean when she said that Meghan and Harry, or Meghan, was looking for Africa? What do you think she meant by that statement?
I think she was looking to be very important there because she said, this is my home, this is my country. She'd go there and she'd want to be queen. I mean, she wants to be queen.
Was she implying that Meghan was somehow appropriating the culture?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Does she have a right to do that, considering she has lineage there?
The Prime Minister, the President, refused to see them. So you get the idea of what they're worried about.
Angela, I wish we had longer. We could do an hour. We could do the whole show on this, couldn't we? But can I just very briefly, a couple of seconds, ask you, we reported yesterday on a story circulating that Princess Catherine may not be seen in public until at least 2025. What is your understanding of the situation?
My understanding is to shut it all up with us, trying again and again to find out the date. I think it is bunkum. Well, we don't know. I bet you she doesn't know. I bet the doctor doesn't know yet, because it's a long attention to making her well. It needs a lot of time, and it does hurt you, and you can't sort of get better very, very quickly. And, you know, they're doing like they did before she mentioned that she'd had cancer.
Okay.
And they should leave her alone and just be quiet and wait. And you'll get about 2 or 3 days' notice, and then she'll do it.
Well, there you go.
We don't know when.
Wise words. Couldn't agree with you more. Angela, come back and see us again soon. My thanks
you.
to revered royal author and Harry biographer Angela Levin. Next up.
So here's the big question. Was this Meghan's biggest PR mistake yet? Because instead of looking like a modern icon, she just disrespected an entire culture. Angela Levin said it best. This was totally avoidable. But Meghan? She always finds a way to put herself in the headlines. And social media? They're not buying it. People are calling her out for being tone-deaf, disrespectful, and desperate for attention. At the end of the day, was this trip really about charity? Or was it just about Meghan Markle? Because right now, it's looking like another Meghan show. Alright folks, that's it for today's reaction. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let's get the conversation going. Do you think Meghan deliberately ignored cultural expectations? Or was this just another clueless PR disaster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.